don't put yourself out there to be taken advantage of. Meaning, don't be too flashy.
Damn, Purdy this?
I don't need no one to save me. I was born to be the greatest. All that time in that basement, all that time isn't wasted. Rapping getting faded. I just wanna tell my mom that I made it. Just wanna be the topic of the conversation. Used to rock the gold plated. Now I'm wearing gold chains like I'm famous.
You know, I like when my little sis Andrea says it. She says, "Don't be a papaya." With the
Don't
Colombian
get
accent,
papaya.
right? And but basically, what she's basically what that means is, don't put yourself out there to be taken advantage of. Meaning, don't be too flashy. So you have to know where you're at, right? And obviously you can dress nice and things of that sort, but don't be walking around with the Armani, the Hermes, the Louis, the Gucci. Now I can say that I'm guilty of that, but what I say is that I roll with locals, so I make sure like that I'm protected. Now I'm
Right.
not saying that I'm not saying people should do that. What I am saying is that like you can look good but not look like a mark.
That is absolutely correct. One of the ways to ruin your vacation is to overdo it when it comes to your flash, because it's two things, two type of attractions that you're going to make. We're really three. One is the attraction that you want. You want the women to notice you. That's one form of attraction you're going to get. Second, you're going to get noticed. As you said, you're going to be looked upon as a mark. Thirdly, you're going to be seen as a person that's trying to outflash the locals who can't get what you got. If the only time they've seen Versace or they've seen a Hugo Boss suit is on a television show, and here I come show up to one of the clubs and I got a Hugo Boss suit on and everybody else is just wearing t-shirts and a polo shirt. Who am I being fly for? You see what I'm saying? So now I'm making myself look like, he must think he's better than us because he's too good for just wearing a polo shirt, a nice pair of sneakers, and a pair of jeans. He's got to come in here with this expensive Hugo Boss suit on. So you just don't want the people to even see you with just the average person to see you in the wrong mindset, including the person that's seeing you as a mark. Or you don't want, and when King says mark, correct me if I'm wrong, it's not just somebody that's out to rob you as far as like, stick them up, but also females that you don't want to attract come your way. Yes. Because they like, he looked like he could buy 15 drinks for us girls. Let's go over there. Let's go pop bottles with him.
Right. Yes,
absolutely. Right. So you're not attracting the type of people that you really want to be with. You're attracting beautiful party girls, but did you come down here for that? If you did, cool. But if you didn't, you may want to tone down on some of the super. Bring the colognes, attract them with the smell goods.
Right. Yeah. No. Absolutely. So I was saying both things essentially. What you just said as far as a mark, right? So, guys, here's the thing, right? As men, and especially masculine men also have egos, and that's global. So the thing is like, hey, you know what? This guy's from the United States, and also you're foreign. So, right, like, okay, like when in high school the new guy comes in, everyone wants to know who the new guy is. Where is he from? Things of that sort, right? All of the chicks is checking him out. Right, this chick that you was putting in work and trying to talk to her, she curious about that guy, right? So what I'm saying is that when we go into these countries and we go into a local place, right, these, these women gonna be like, oh snap, who's this guy? And this guy, he's popping all the bottles or whatever, or he's wearing all the fancy stuff. Now the guy's like, oh, okay, like this dude's trying to take my woman now. You know what I mean? Like he's already foreign, like I'm kind of not feeling that, but now he's trying to rub my face in it. So it's like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna get on the moto, hit my boy on the moto, and we gonna get this. Right. So that's the guy's way of thinking. Now the woman's way of thinking is like, oh, I know he got some money and I got some bills to pay and I need some of that. So let me put the finesse on him or whatever, right? And that's how that goes. That's how that goes, man.
And guys get off the plane and they swear that they cannot be the victim, or they think that they, my charisma is so good, or my street smarts in the States are so good, so that'll never happen to me. Women will never come up to me and use me at a club. And then you see that they the first ones popping bottles for chicks. Right. But in the States, they were swept down. They'll never let a woman on the other side of the velvet rope using them. But when you come to I sit back and I watch them, and I'm like, dude, the same thing that you said that you would never let happen in the States is the same thing that you let happen in all these other countries. So it's almost like, do not ruin your vacation by allowing yourself, like you said, to just be flamboyant, by just overdoing it, overdressing, overspending, over tipping. That's another thing. We understand America is one, like I mentioned before, Jay. America is one of the few countries in the world where the currency is one color. We're one of the few countries. Right. Our money, no matter what color it is, $1, $20, is all green.
It's all green. Yep. Just the presidents are different. That's all.
Right. And so the only exposure that we've ever had in the United States to money with different color is Monopoly. Many of us grew up playing Monopoly. The money was of different colors. And then subconsciously we come to these other countries that have colorful money, just like Monopoly. And subconsciously we treat it like it's just cheap Monopoly money, not realizing it's just as much of a currency as it is our greenbacks in the United States. And so over tipping, a lot of times, most restaurants in Colombia, I say at least here, the gratuity is already in the bill, unless like a small mom and pop spot, but the gratuity is right there in the bill in most restaurants and in most bars. So when you guys get to over tipping, like what for? Who are you showboating for?
Right.
You showboating. You can't be showboating for your fellow American dudes because we don't care. You showboating for the chick that's with you. You showboating for the bartender or the waitress. Who are you showboating for?
Right.
Don't over tip. That's going to ruin your vacation because you'll find yourself slowly, methodically spending money that you didn't even have to spend, and you're going back to the money exchange to get more cash, or the ATM to get more cash, when you didn't have to, be flamboyant with the money. Just do like locals do. The gratuity is written into the bill. So go ahead, pay the bill, say thank you, and leave out of the establishment.
Yes.